From the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, this is Tennessee Workforce Weekly. Here now is Chris Cannon.
Hi everyone and welcome to Tennessee Workforce Weekly. This week we are talking about federal bonding, and it might be something you've never heard about. Denise Thomas is the Assistant Commissioner for the Workforce Services Division, and I'll be honest, Denise, I'd not heard about federal bonding, and it really seems like a program that can help a lot of people.
It can, and Chris, you're not the only one. Lots of folks have not heard about federal bonding, and we're hoping that we can change that by helping people understand the significance of this program to a lot of people.
So what exactly is it? It's kind of paying an employer to take a chance on an employee.
Essentially it is, Chris. It's almost an insurance policy for employers. Federal bonding is a program that's been around for some time. It's a program that has not gotten a lot of usage traditionally, and that's because people don't really know. But primarily it's issued to an employer just to give them an extra set of assurance if they take a chance on someone who comes from a group that maybe has some barriers or some issues getting employment.
And it does have to come, these employees do have to come from specific groups. Let's take a look at the groups that are eligible for these federal bonding. If you could kind of go over who they are and how they become eligible.
Yes, so we have individuals that have been justice involved, those that are recovering from substance abuse, public assistance recipients, those with poor credit history, disadvantaged youth, those with a little to no work history, and those who've been dishonorably discharged from the military.
So it really is it's a wide range of categories that you can come from. But the person who is in that category, they have to, this is the interesting part I thought, they have to actually know about the program and sign up for it before they even go looking for a job.
Sure, so they have to be educated to know that they're bondable. That's very important, because going in sometimes with some of the barriers that we talked about can put you at a disadvantage when you're competing against the general public. So we try to educate the job seeker to say, when you're interviewing with an employer, make a note to let them know, I'm bondable. I've looked into this program. I know I'm eligible for it, because that provides an additional level of comfort to an employer, and that may make the difference between you and someone else getting the job.
Because if you have it on your application or your resume, there might be a little red flag that maybe scares off an employer.
Sure.
But if you have that on there that you're bondable.
Absolutely, and it's made a difference in the lives of several individuals.
Tell me about the difference it can make. What exactly is this employer getting to take this chance?
Sure. So the employer is getting it's issued in $5,000 increments. So the employer gets a $5,000 bond, and it protects them against theft or some of the other things they may have concern about. So if there's a computer that's stolen, if something is damaged, it would cover the cost of that. And for an employer, that makes a difference, because some of them, they want to hire someone who's had, life happen to them, but maybe have some concerns about, what if I'm the employer that this backfires on me? So for some of them, it gives them a little extra degree of security to say, if something happens, I'm covered. The general public, they don't have those assurances.
Sure.
So it can make the difference in the lives of the employer and the individual that is looking for work.
So the bond is just there as an insurance policy kind of, but if nothing happens, they don't get the money?
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct.
So how do folks find out where they can sign up to be bonded, and where can employers learn more about the whole process and the safeguards they get from these bonds?
So we have staff in our American Job Centers all across the state that are well trained in what happens to initiate a bond and what happens throughout the process. It's important for employers to know that there is no cost to them and there is no cost to the job seeker. We have the forms and all the information at any of our center locations, so they can contact us via the web or come into any American Job Center. We'll be happy to share information with them about how to get started.
And for someone who, like you said, has had life happen to them, getting that job is the very difficult start they need, but it's the start they need to get back on track.
Absolutely, and we know that having good, stable work history makes a difference. It has an impact on recidivism, it has the impact on someone being able to establish self-sufficiency, not just for them, but for their family. So work can change a dynamic for generations to come.
Interesting program, and it's federal money, so it's a federal bond?
It's a federal bond, that's correct, and those funds for those bonds we get federal allocations to cover those. And so again, there's no cost associated, and that's the myth we want everyone to know. We want to bust that myth right away. There is no cost to the job seeker and or the employer.
So those job seekers have to go out there and get bonded and use that as a selling point for themselves.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Denise, thank you very much for that great information. And thank you for watching this edition of Tennessee Workforce Weekly. For all of us here at the Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development, we'll see you next time.